We will be talking, ladies and gentlemen, about Mrs. Mkhwebane on an interview with Clement Manyathela. He's talking about that lady who went to court and actually won the case and then came back to the MK party. And then, so there is some conflict and stuff like that. So let's just get into it so that we can find out on what exactly Mrs. Mkhwebane actually had to say about this issue. Let's get into it.
We spoke to her a little earlier on, and she seemed to suggest that she's still the legitimate leader. In fact, I think she said she's considering bringing a contempt of court charge against you because you are in contempt of the court order that reinstated her as convener. How are you reading what's happening since she won that court case last year?
I would say, firstly, yes, the matter is sub judice, and the matter was she took the organization to court, which is in violation of the constitution of MK Party, because when you take the organization to court, you are automatically dismissed.
All right, let's talk about that, okay? First of all, you've got two things here. Number one, you've got a lady, I think it's Miss Party, I think. Party, yeah, anyway, I will put it on the screen. Now you've got her who actually decides to take the MK Party to court, which we all know now that she won that case and everything. And then you've got the MK Party that has a clause, okay, which I actually, to be honest with you, don't agree with, which anyway, it doesn't even matter. But I don't agree with it. Now, let me just explain from the part of Mrs. The lady who took actually the MK Party to court and all of it. Now, this is the thing, guys. You know, I have always had a problem with this thing of if it was me actually, and maybe I'm part of an organization or maybe I'm part of a company, you know, and all of that. Now it will depend what is the situation, you know, because if it's a situation of money, maybe they owe me money, whatever, well, I would go to court. But if it is in the case of a politics, okay, or of a political party, and I'm a member there, maybe I'm a convener, or maybe I'm a whatever they call it, okay, and I decide to go to court, right? I would not do that for one good reason, okay? I would not do that for one good reason because what I am thinking, okay, it is after the court case, or yeah, it is after the court case. That means whether I win or lose, but when I come back to the party, let's say I win in this case because she did what, you know, when I come back into the party, what is going to be the environment? Okay, how are people going to treat me? Am I going to be happy anymore? Are they going to make my life easier? Are they going to make my work easy? Okay, am I going to be free? Am I going to be sort of like enjoying what I am doing? Okay, I know that it's not about always enjoying, but it's about money and stuff like that. But am I going to be in an environment or healthy environment after I took them to court, which in the MK party, they say that if you take them to court, they will dismiss you. That means if you think of taking a party that tells you that if you take us to court, we will dismiss you, immediately, automatically, you take them to court, you are dismissed. Let's just say you win the case and then you come back, right? You start working. I can promise you, one, from your personal perspective, you are not going to enjoy that job because of the environment you will find yourselves into. They will make it difficult for you, and unfortunately, it's going to take a toll on you, emotions, mentally, and stuff like that. That is why sometimes I like to say, in some of these situations, we create themselves for ourselves. You know, that means we create environments that are going to affect our bodies, that are going to affect us, then we end up being sick. Why? Because we do things without thinking. If it was me, I'm the lady, and I knew, I don't know if the clause that they have got in the MK party, it was actually after she went to court, or it was before. And if it was before and she knew the clause, and then I wouldn't have actually went to court. I would have said, listen, I am done with this thing. I'm done, or go to another party or whatever, or stay there, but don't take them to court. Because even if you win or you lose, it's still a lose, to be honest with you. Because they will tell you, according to their constitution, actually you are dismissed. Whatever that you are asking us to do for you, whatever position you want back in our party, according to the constitution of the MK party, you are dismissed. Okay, so that is why I am saying, guys, even if you have money, even if whatever, you can afford lawyers, think about things before you do them. Especially if you are in politics. If it's a company, whatever, you are fighting for money, that's okay. But if it's a politic thing, guys, trust me, you will get tired and then you will get old very quickly. Uzoguka very quickly, because they will deal with you through the courts, of course, and they will make the environment in that party very hard for you. You will be crying. And unfortunately, if you are a person maybe who's not that moneyed and you take them to court, even if you win, and then you come back and then you start working, they make your life difficult, and then it's difficult, you complain and everything like that, and then you end up leaving the party, or maybe you end up saying, you know what, I'm done, this is not good for me, and everything, you go. You lost money. Even if you won, you lost money. Okay? And at the end of the day, they win because you are leaving. You have lost at the end of the day. That is why I say to you guys, if it happens that you find yourself in this situation, think very carefully. I'm not an advisor, I'm not a lawyer, but think before. Take your emotions and put them aside and think about things that might happen. Okay? Lawyers, I know that these guys, they've got lawyers who advise them, blah, blah, blah. Guys, we all know that if you ask a lawyer, what is the CCC, you call them, and I don't know if when you call them and come and talk to them, you pay them, I don't know. But when you call them to advise you, okay, obviously, guys, they know that if they go to court every day, that's money. Even if you are going to win the case, if they know you are going to win the case, I would ask my lawyer and say, listen, my guy, please be honest with me. Okay? Be honest with me. Do you think this thing is worth it? Okay? That's the first question. Is it worth it? And if it's not, please, let's stop. Because I don't want to find myself wasting money. I could have done with that money a lot of things that could have generated me money. That maybe I wouldn't even need a job in whatever party, that's what I am saying. But when it comes to lawyers, because we all know it's all about work, it's all about money and stuff like that. Okay. But all I am saying is you've got the capacity, even though you have a lawyer, you've got a capacity to sit down and think and think and think and think and think. And if you've got somebody that you trust in your home, in your family, whatever, you can sit them down and listen, my guy, I'm trying to do this. What do you think? They will tell you the truth. Okay. Now, the MK party on the other side, I really don't know what is all about. What is this clause all about? Because what this clause does, okay, to the party or to the people in that party, I'm sorry, okay, if you come to me, it's fine. If you come for me, it's fine. But what it does, it bonds people. It makes people not to move freely. It makes people not to challenge anything that might happen in their lives. Let's just say, ladies and gentlemen, there is something that is happening in the MK party. Maybe somebody harasses a lady, maybe in the MK party, or maybe somebody harasses another person, or maybe somebody does anything like that, okay? Anything that is illegal, according to South African law, okay? And then they decide to take the party, not the person, okay? Because maybe the party is protected. Okay, maybe I don't know, my analogy is good, but it ends up maybe the person takes the party to court. Maybe it results to that. I'm making just an example, okay? What is going to happen? Is the MK party going to dismiss that person, even that person knows, or even if there are witnesses of people who say, yeah, but we saw him, do that and everything like that. Yeah, because now he takes the party to court. Okay, I don't know, guys, if my example is good, but what if the person takes he took the MK party to court and then you are dismissed, even if the guy is right or the person is right in terms of the harassment? What are they going to do? That is why I'm saying it makes people to be afraid. Even if a person does anything illegal, it will make people to not go to court. because they will be afraid that if I go to court, then I will be dismissed, even if I'm not taking the MK party. They might I might actually take somebody that they like. What if I take somebody that they like to court? It will be like as if I'm attacking them, and they will want to dismiss me. That is why I'm saying this clause, I think they didn't think it through, because it binds people. It makes people not to move freely. It makes people not to actually want to express themselves the way they want to express themselves. If there is anything that is happening that is not good, people will be afraid to speak, because they know that if I take them to court, I will be dismissed. You get my point. I don't know why did they put this clause there. I don't know, guys, because for me, I don't like it. It makes people to not move, man. It is like that thing. You remember also there is a thing that the EFF actually does. They've got a law in their constitution where it says that if you leave the party, you must not come back. You don't come back. It doesn't happen. They don't allow people to come back if they leave the party. Okay, which is actually understandable, because when Mr. Malema was explaining, he did say that the reason why we actually put that clause there, it is because we don't know, because the person knows our secrets, he knows how we operate, whatever. He goes out and goes to that party, tells them our secret, and then he wants to come back. Maybe he's here. Who knows that he's coming back to make us weak? You will never know. It's understandable, that one, because it's all about you if you leave. But on this one of the MK party, nah, guys, I don't like it. I don't like it because it ends up looking like it's a cult, or it's a cult. Like, you can't move, you can't do anything, you can't think for yourself, you can't take us to court. If there is anything, you can't do anything, you can't move. Immediately you think of taking them to court, you are gone. Unless maybe you don't care. Maybe you are gone. Well, from the beginning, you are like, you know what? I don't care if I know that I'm dismissed, but I'm going to take them to prove them wrong. But unfortunately, proving politics or parties in politics wrong is sometimes you end up losing. You end up being like, but why did I do that? Why did all I'm saying, guys, is people, they need to think before they do anything. Now the question will be, I don't know, because I didn't actually check whether this clause of the MK party, they have put it there after she went to court and won, or it was there before. And if it was there before, then the lady should have actually knew that this thing is not gonna work.
That's the first thing. Secondly, that matter of taking or saying I'm in contempt, it should also, in fact, it should be against the president, because I'm appointed by the president.
So do you see now what is the problem? You see, that is why when you compare these parties, guys, okay? So sometimes, guys, when you look at politics and you look at parties, don't be biased. I know that you've got your favorites. But when you look at the ANC and you look at the MK party and you listen to what Mrs. Mkhwebane is saying, okay, she says that whatever that she did, okay, challenging to challenge her from not being appointed as a convener, okay, that means she's going to actually go to court. I'm talking about the lady who went to court and won. Then she wants to also come back and actually say she was Mrs. Mkhwebane was not was appointed in a wrong way, whatever, and all of it. Now, Mrs. Mkhwebane says to us that actually, by doing that, it will be like as if like she's against the president. That's the problem, though. You see, she will be like as if like she is against the president, not against the MK party. That's the problem. I know that maybe she will say, yeah, but I meant like MK party. But if you mention your president, it means your party is about the president. But in the ANC, in most cases, you will never hear Mr. Mbalula says to us that if the person does this and everything, he will be against the president Ramaphosa. No. He will say that they will actually say the person is against the ANC. And if anything, they will usually say then the person will be against the NEC, not the president, because it's not the party, it's not about the president, or it's not about the person, it's about the party. But unfortunately here, that is why you find people like Mbalula or Mr. Mbalula speaking like about MK and saying that MK it's like a stock fan. MK, it's like something that is just about Mr. Zuma, it's just about whatever, you know. Why? Because of these things. People, when they speak as if like the party, it's about this person. As if like this person is, I'm sorry, but as if like he's God, as if like he's gonna be around forever. You know, it has to be about the party always, I believe. You know, unless we don't know that actually it's about the person. Maybe you can make it clear to us that actually it is about the person, then we will accept. Anyway, I don't know, guys, what do you think about it? Yeah, you can comment while we are listening.
Who said I should be the convener, I should stabilize the province. And unfortunately, there's no branch of MKP in any court. But that matter is being attended to by our legal services, and it will be dealt with accordingly. So the status quo currently is that the president appointed me with the other 7 of the detachment, and we have started doing the work, and we are engaging various stakeholders. We had last week induction with those who are at the provincial legislature, and they were also inducted about the operations of legislature, and as well we then started meeting to draft our plan of action.
Yeah.
So the work is ongoing, and remember the dismissal letter came from the president, and it was signed by the president. It's a letter indeed which was dismissing her after a due process was taken. The investigation being written, an audit letter as well, responding to that. So I don't have anything to do with that, because Mina, I joined, already the process was done, and the only thing was that the Secretary General giving us the letter to deliver to her and to the legislature. That's the only thing which we did as the task team by then, and then that's all I can say. Actually, that matter is subject.
Do you know what she was found guilty of when she was dismissed?
The letter was dealing a lot with how she used the resources of the party, the misappropriation of funds, because that relates to how the account was opened and how the monies were utilized, which it should be a case where she was requested to even respond. But again, remember, when you are a member of a party.
Ladies and gents, I think we will stop here, but I want to say this when it comes to politics, right? This is the thing that I've noticed. The fact that anytime when they've got parties, actually, especially these parties that are very, I don't know whether to say harsh, that are very harsh, and they've got people who are harsh, you know. In most cases, if they've got somebody that they like, okay, or they want to bring somebody into a position, you know, and they've got somebody who is occupying that position, right? And they don't know how to take that person out. That means they cannot tell the person to say, listen, we want to remove you here because we want to put this person in. Okay. In most cases, they will look for something. Okay. They will look for something in your work and try to find something just to make sure that actually they dismiss you so that they can put the other person. I am not saying they did that. But all I'm saying is sometimes politics, it actually happens like that. Now, when I talk like that, have you thought, guys, that in most cases, when a municipality or a metro or whatever, if there is something big that they want to do, for example, if maybe they want to refresh something, or they want to renovate something, or maybe they want to do something on anything that is going to affect people, that means for them to be able to do that work, okay, they need to be a process where they will tell people to say, listen, we are going to do 1, 2, 3. We are going to switch off the electricity. We are going to switch off the water. Or maybe they can say, we are going to close a certain road because we want to do whatever. No, they will come up with a plan of maybe pretending as if like there is a problem with electricity, then they can fix it. Maybe they will tell us and say, yeah, it's gonna take 7 days, you know, it's gonna take maybe 3 days, whatever, you know, and all of it, and then it's fixed. But when you look at deeply, you will find that actually it's a way of actually, doing whatever maintenance they wanted to do. These days it seems like they've changed actually. They no longer do it like that, and maybe they are. I think they've realized that people actually they do actually get a point of saying, I think they know now that people every time we say we want to make a maintenance, we make it as if like there is something damaged and everything we want to fix, but it is actually not that. It's actually you want to do the maintenance. Okay, even in politics, I believe that sometimes it does happen. They want to remove somebody, they don't know how to remove the person. There is nothing they can use against them, and then they will just go and look for something that can make that person to be dismissed. Okay, you must not root out that thing. It does happen. Even it happens also in our countries. It happens also anywhere where they want to do something, especially if they are afraid to tell people that we want to do maintenance. Okay, so we are going to switch it off for 7 days. We are going to switch off this thing for whatever time. They are afraid to tell them because they know what is going to happen. Instead, they might come up with a plan and say, let's just pretend as if like there is something broken, we switch off. And then we tell them there is a problem, we make a statement and anything like that. I'm just saying, because I'm just making an example of politics also, that actually sometimes they do that. Okay, this is just my opinion. I'm not saying it's something that I know. I'm not saying it's something that I have witnessed, but it's just an opinion that I am just thinking. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, tell me what do you think about this. Tell me what do you think about the clause of the MK party where they say if you go in court and then you are dismissed. Tell me, ladies and gentlemen, about anything you might think. Please don't be vulgar tongue. Don't insult people. Don't insult any person. Okay, just say your opinion. Just say what you think. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking while you were watching. I really don't know why people are not liking my videos. Please, if you watch, please like the video. I need your support. Your support in terms of likes. The support in terms of subscribing. Your support. Anytime you see the video, please like, subscribe. Please like, subscribe. That's the only thing I need from you guys. Nothing else. Ladies and gentlemen, there is some merchandise that I have got. It's not mine, okay? I'm just doing some promotion from some other company there. And also, if you want to also do that, if you want to promote a product, whatever, and then you earn a commission, you can let me know. I will also send you something. You can go and join and do what I do, which these are the merchandise. If you are looking for something elegant, something to step up your style, right? These are the things that you can actually get. Some suits, some t-shirts, some clothes, some whatever, shoes, whatever, guys. You will get them in the description below. There's a link that will take you there, and then you can buy. And then, of course, you know your guy, right? Okay, if you don't support me with your likes and with your subscribing, okay, you can support me then by buying these things. Come on now, all right? Come on, somebody. You must be supporting somehow. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Have a good day. I am out.